Hello, and welcome to our Sunday prayer service. We're honoring Bobby, we're honoring Maha, we're honoring each and every one of us. So good to be with you. What an exciting week we've had. I invite you, if you will, to just let me know where you are zooming in from. Just put your, I know, right? Smile. Where you, Florida? We got Florida in the house. Just Florida. Oh, Chicago and Maple Bay, BC, Santa Cruz, Maui. Love that. Indiana, Wisconsin. Lovely. Lovely. Well, as you are, Oregon, Tennessee, as you are coming in and getting settled, I just want to say welcome. Welcome to this magnificent field of love, this global heart of prayer that we established during the campaign and continue to just honor this fearless man. How many people, Western Europe, welcome? How many people here? You're so welcome, Carly. How many people here watched the hearing? Yes, I see one person. Yes, I did. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. You watched. Yes. Wow. Okay. So it's almost like, as I like to say, unanimous. Unanimous. So I texted Bobby after. I didn't want to text him during the hearing, and I let him know that he's got us behind him. That he is so supported and so believed, and he sent me back. He loved it, and he sent me back prayer hands. So I know, right? He is doing well. He is remarkable, and he is doing well. So thank you all for contributing your consciousness, because what I know, and what I'm going to read to you about prayer, what I know is that there is a field that is established by us coming together. It's not woo-woo, even though I am licensed and ordained to woo. It is truly universal principles, universal law, that where two or more are gathered in the name and the nature of that which is spoken, that which is spoken is made manifest, right? We're talking about spiritual, universal principle. It's not based on who's in the White House, who's not in the White House, who's in legislation. It is, as you've heard me say, I love to say, ET, eternal truth. So thank you, Carly. So we come together every Sunday. We've been meeting. I mean, oh my goodness. We're almost at our 2-year anniversary, y'all, right? So yes, I agree, Sarah. So we're here together. Why? Why are you here? I want to know. I know we're here to hold RFK Jr. high and MAHA high, but what are you here for? What called, yes, to hold a frequency? I want you to declare your commitment for being here. Yes, we are stronger. I want you to remember what you caught inside of your heart that said, yes, I'm going to come to this Sunday prayer circle, and I'm going to bring my consciousness. I'm going to bring my prayers, no matter what, yes, a world. Yes, absolutely. Kelly and Shirley. Yes, because we said, yes, we recognize truth, eternal truth. So it's my understanding that somebody did get a response from him during their inquiry. They texted him and they asked him how is he doing? How is he holding up? And yes, absolutely, Mabel, strength and unity. And he wrote back. He texted her back with, absolutely, Michelle, with Ephesians 6:12. And it's from Apostle Paul's letter, which describes the nature of spiritual struggle. So we all right? We all grapple from time to time with our faith. Sometimes we can call it a crisis of faith. Yes. So this is just the invitation for each and all of you. If you're ever moving through a moment, yes, absolutely, Barbara. If you're ever moving through a moment or moments where you're feeling challenged, where you're feeling like you're up against it, where you're saying, I know this to be true, I want you to think of this. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This is universal principle. This is eternal wisdom. As he was sitting there in that hearing, being attacked as he was, I saw his strength. I saw the years and the years and the years of spiritual practice that this man has devotes himself to. And I was so grateful because in spite of my own spiritual practice and my own commitment, I had some moments. Now I saw him get a little impassioned as well, but I had some moments and I watched. So the way, the mechanism through which these elected officials work is they speak over, they speak fast, they interrupt him, they attack, and then they do it again. They keep talking. And so that's okay. Because what is our mantra? I shall, we shall, he shall not be moved. Now, until we're moved through the Spirit. So I want to be really clear, and I want to just, yes, you'd make that declaration. I want to remind you that as we sit, right, people say, oh, prayer, meditation, and I need to do more. First, you need to connect with the Spirit, the divine presence within you first, before you go out there and you're taking the action, because you want to move from a place of high frequency, or else you are just meeting them, which somebody, Dr. Tenpenny, there was a text thread, and she said she wanted to throw a shoe at the screen, and I jokingly said, I'm going to throw 2 shoes and a couple of boots, right? Because here we are in this moment where this man, I don't know any other elected official who has gone up against the monoliths, gone up against, would you say these were like the money changers? Would you say these were the ones who were being greedy and out of integrity and lying and all of those things that they're accusing him of, right? In psychology, there's a phrase and it's called projection. And so you project onto another person what you're doing, and you attack them, you accuse them that they're, and you say, oh, you're doing that. Meanwhile, back in Gotham, what was really happening was they were talking to themselves. So we know this to be true. We know this to be eternally true. Yes, their strategy is outdated. So we come together. And when I say we join together in consciousness, we touch and agree through the ethers, through Zoom. God bless Zoom, right? That allows each and all of us to, yeah, he is, each and all of us to connect. From Nigel from England, somebody else from British Columbia, Alex from Rome, someone else from Maui, from all corners of the United States and the world, we come together in this united, right? United we stand, divided we fall. So what will be the strategy, my friends? The strategy will be, let's separate you, let's divide you, let's have you at each other's throat, let's have you believe the false belief that this man is taking away your good, that somehow, some way, he's threatening your livelihood, your well-being, your health, which he's not. He's restoring New Zealand. We've got New Zealand in the house. He is restoring choice. Who in the world does not want to have choice around what goes into their body or is injected into their body? Let me see a show of hands. Call me crazy, right? But I don't think there's anyone here that wants choice to be removed, right? I literally saw, thank you for the feedback. I just want to make sure it's just not me. Like, that's like, yeah, let's have choice, or let's not have choice. I saw on social media that Senator Warren was again railing against Bobby for taking away these health things. And I normally don't, my experience from being involved in some visible actions for so many years is usually not to say anything. But then I saw somebody else from the campaign wrote something, and I just wrote, no, there's choice. Now what he's given people is choice, right? And here is, we talk about informed consent. Yes, exactly. Children will die. Informed consent. And what about the Nuremberg trials? What about the Nuremberg law, which had to do with informed consent, which had to do, right, absolutely, Gina, choice. Yes, it was highly politically biased. So whatever Bobby was going to say, it was going to be shot down. And that's where we come in, because we truly are the wind beneath his wings. We're not pedestalizing him. We're not making him more than human. He's a really extraordinary, remarkable human who has absolutely been prepared, right? Anointed in metaphysical, in traditional, the Aramaic interpretation of anointed means oiled. He's been prepared for this. And so we get to hold him high. Yes, absolutely, John. We get to hold him high in consciousness. We get to remember, remind, reestablish this high frequency so that he can go forward and continue to do that. And we get to carry that. We get to be those lights around the world. We get to be that expression in the world. We get to absolutely embody being in the world, but not of the world, so that we can be of maximum service through wherever we are as lights in the world. We get to deliver the message. We get to be a messenger. We get to hold things in a high vibratory frequency so that we're not in that mud. Even though lotus do grow in the mud, comes out of the mud, the tubes are reaching for the light. So we get to be that. We get to hold that space. That's why this is an all faith prayer, circle, service, so that whatever you believe in, you bring it, because we are stronger together. We don't fall for that old trick of let's divide each other up. Let's be on this side, even within our MAHA missionness, even in our support of RFK Jr. There's attempts to divide. So we're saying, nope, not going there, not doing that, right? Am I right? Am I right? Are we all in agreement? We stand united? I'm looking, I see thumbs, I see yeses, shaking heads, hearts. Yes, let me know. All right, so we are united. We get to be oneness, not sameness, oneness under the sun. The same sun shines on everyone. And we get to be those rays of light wherever we go, even in the midst. I was on a podcast and I was listening to people. I was honored to be with these people, and they were talking about how, these people say these things and they believe these things, they do these things, they're trying to harm us. And I reminded everybody, probably in a different way than they expected, that in this particular, this whole thing about vaccines, I think people are questioning it. And I don't think every single parent, every single person that falls asleep and goes along with the whole program means to harm anyone. I believe, just like you and me, that there are people that love themselves and love their children very, very, very much, and they get caught. They get caught by fear. They get caught by the propaganda, you know, that health comes in a syringe or in a pill. And I am not negating that there can be an integration of allopathic and alternative medicine. I'm not negating that. I'm not saying that, making anybody wrong who may be on any kind of medicine, but I am saying that there's more. And we get to hold that field. It's a field of energy. We get to hold it. We get to go high. We get to remember why we're here, because we love prayer, because we love Bobby, because we love God, because we're here. So don't let anybody take you off that place inside of yourself. We do not move until we are moved through. So the ones that are writing the Substacks and the articles, the ones that have been in this movement. When I first came into the movement in 2015, even though I had already been making choices for my child, thankfully, my husband was on the same page, but my child's going to be 25. And there were people that have been in this movement for that length of time with research, with science, with facts and figures. So we just stand. We stand rooted on holy ground. And when we are moved by the Spirit, then we move through. We take action. We write that letter. We see the legislator. We respond. Because if we are in, which is what they would like, they'd like to get Bobby going, so he'll react. It's the same thing whenever you see an elected official who's reacting, they've succeeded. They've undone them. And I truly believe that Bobby knows that. So yes, they make it sacred. So I want to say a few things which will be in the email when it goes out. So there's a new book by Dr. Peter McCullough that just came out, and I think I might say his name wrong. I've met him. Leakey, he's a wonderful writer. They do a Substack together. There's a new book, and then Aaron Seary wrote a book, and it's out. And I'll put the link in the email. And I believe the title of the book is, I've ordered it, but it's Vaccines. And then there is a new, you're welcome, there's a new documentary that's coming out next week. So just send me an email and you can be added to the email list. So my invitation to each and all of you is to remember your true identity. I spoke about this in a thank you, Carlene, in a course that I teach, but there's a lot of talk about identity theft, and the biggest identity thievery that has happened, that keeps being perpetuated by the side taking and the divisiveness, is that you are less than holy. And your true identity is that you are a spiritual being having a human incarnation. You are completely 100% directly connected to this divine presence. And so when somebody tries to take you off guard, off your center, come back to center. Take a moment, breathe, move into your heart. What do you know is true? Who are you? Whose are you? Why are you? And then make a response, write an email, make a phone call, be with somebody. We have each other in this sacred circle. So we get to lean in. Yes? Does that sound good? Sound like a plan? Okay, I'm seeing some head shaking, some thumbs up. Okay, beautiful. All right. Thank you. I appreciate the response, because as I've shared with you, sometimes it's like, you know, speaking into a a big crevice. So like I'm at the mountains and I'm just bellowing. So thank you for, I think, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. So here we are, my friends, in this beautiful space. And I want to read to you, thank you, Carly. I want to read to you something else that I found very inspiring. Thank you, Carly. Okay, yes, it is, but you can repair that. You can restore that trust. And we can do that together. Yes. So this is from Ernest Holmes, who wrote The Science of Mind. I hear you, Barbara. I'm sorry about that. I so hear you. He's the founder of the religious science movement, which is the distillation of all of the world's religions. And he's presented so much eternal truth and universal principles and the teachings of Yeshua. So I want to read this to you, called Prayer is Essential to Happiness. Thank you, Maura. Prayer is not an act of overcoming God's reluctance, but should be an active acceptance of God's highest willingness. Through prayer, we recognize a spiritual law that has always existed and put ourselves in alignment with it. The law of electricity might have been used by Moses had he understood this law. Emerson said, "Is not prayer a study of truth, a sally of the soul into the unfound infinite?" Prayer is constructive because it enables us to establish closer contact with the fountain of wisdom, and we are less likely to be influenced by appearances around us, to judge according to appearance. Righteous prayer sets the law of the spirit of life in motion for us. Prayer is essential not to the salvation of the soul, for the soul is never lost, but to the conscious well-being of the soul that does not understand itself. There is a vitality in our communion with the infinite, which is productive of the highest good. As fire warms the body, as food strengthens us, as sunshine raises our spirits, so there is a subtle transfusion of some invisible force in such communion, weaving itself into the very warp and woof of our mentalities. This conscious commingling of our thought with spirit is essential to the well-being of every part of us. So just allow the vibration, the power back of the words that I just read to you to fall on your heart as we move into this moment of prayer. And if there is anyone or anything that you are seeking prayer for, including yourself, if you're comfortable placing it into the comment box, know that I will hold you in prayer, and that as we each and all of us see the prayers, we get to hold them in our heart and know that prayer works and prayers are answered. May not, thank you, John, may not look exactly as we think with our mortal mind. Oh, absolutely, Bob, you can feel our love. Yes, that I can tell you, that we get to hold that together. So, okay, yes, beautiful. And in this prayer that we're going to pray together, we're going to have a few moments of silence. You bring yourself, bring the prayers in, and then you get to close the prayer in whatever way that you close your prayers. So let us, yes, absolutely. You bet, Grace, all of you, every single prayer here. That's right, Shelley. Okay. Okay, so beautiful. So just taking a breath together so we breathe collectively, feeling your heart expanding with the inhalation and contracting with the exhalation, allowing everything that has come before this present moment, whatever thoughts, ideas, expectations, any fears, any doubts, any worries, simply allowing them to fall away, to disappear like a waterfall, just returning to no thingness. Grateful, grateful, grateful in this moment for each and every person in every dimension of time and space who has said yes to being part of this prayer circle. Grateful for RFK Jr., for his valiant courage, his steely commitment to truth and transparency. Grateful for prayer, for this opportunity to withdraw from the outer world and dive deep into the heart center and make direct contact with this infinite presence that is everywhere, indwelling, surrounding, permeating, saturating everything, everyone, everywhere simultaneously. For there is no place, no space where this grace is not, where this presence is not. It is in all things. Omnipresent, omniactive, omniscient, omnipotent, all love, all the time, even in spite of what appearances might be, called by so many different names and so many different languages and answers to them all. For there's only one power, one presence, one life, one love, one breath, one heartbeat, the heartbeat of the Mother, Father, God presence. That is the very breath and width of my life. I know that I am one with His presence. And as I know this to be the truth of my life, I know this to be the truth for each and every person gathered in this virtual prayer circle, right where each and all of them are. God is, love is, peace is. And so it is in this unified field of love without condition, oneness, not sameness, that I speak this word, blessing each and every person for their yes, for their continual yes, for the surrender over and over and over again into this field of love. Blessing RFK Jr., placing him, excuse me, in the center, blessing him, knowing that our love, our appreciation surrounds him, and knowing that this divine presence surrounds each and all of us, including him. Blessing him as he continues to move forward steadfastly, steely in his commitment to the ever-expanding good of God through and as his leadership with HHS and all of the employees and all of the departments and all of the meetings that he has with elected officials, with his employees, with the pharmaceutical companies, with the environmental companies, with every single person that is part of this tapestry called health and human services, knowing that he took on this mantle of helping people recover their health, their dignity, having freedom over their bodies, bodily autonomy, bodily sovereignty, hiring people to uncover, discover causes for chronic health issues so that there can be an end to the chronic health epidemic that is happening. So we bless him and we surround him with gratitude and love knowing that this divine presence surrounds him, front of him, back of him, sides of him, above him, below him. He walks on holy ground, but this divine presence goes before him to make smooth any jagged edges, walks alongside him so he knows he is never, ever alone, and blesses and transmutes all of the slings and arrows into that which is for his highest and greatest good. I bless his team, the team that is here, the praying team, and I bless his close team, those people that are there with him day to day, minute by minute, blessing every single aspect of his schedule, of his life, blessing him, calling forth robust health, vitality, vibrancy, strength of mind, clarity of mind, strength of voice, calling forth health and wholeness, revealing itself through every cell, every organ, every action and function of his heart, mind, body, and spirit. He is held so closely by this divine presence, so that everywhere he goes, Spirit has gone before him, knowing that he has such a faith that leads, guides, and directs him, that he is divinely guided, that he is intuitively guided, that when he goes to make a decision, he makes this decision from a place of faith, finding answers in the heart, not emotion, but in that place, that heart, that divine place. And so he is guided. And when he speaks strongly and clearly. And he is provided with facts and figures and information that supports him and lifts him up as he continues to go in the direction of clarity and strength. Blessing Cheryl for all of her support of him, blessing all the kids and the grandkids, blessing this divine idea in the mind of God known as his family, blessing the people that he is hired to bring forward this mission, blessing MAHA and the mission of MAHA, blessing those who are stepping forward, those who are speaking up and standing up and speaking out, absolutely knowing that even if it be like a mustard seed that falls on the ears of people, that this mustard seed continues to burn and expand, and hearts are opened and minds are expanded, and there is a receptivity to the eternal truth that is being broadcast, that is beyond personality, that is beyond opinion, that is steeped and based in eternal truth. So I bless all of his endeavors. I bless those that have joined forces. I bless each and every person here who continues to be an emissary of light, a harbinger of truth, a harbinger of peace, that each and every person here, I'm just calling forth their magnetism for those people, places, and things that are a vibrational match. And that this frequency just raises and raises and raises by each and every person coming together, by each and every person remembering their true spiritual identity, by each and every person here touching and agreeing that truth, eternal truth, ET, is being broadcast through each and every person here, through RFK Jr., through Aaron Series, through all of the organizations, including this prayer circle that goes forward courageously, standing strongly, not being divided. This is what I claim as the very activity of each and every person here, of RFK Jr. and Cheryl and their family, of those engaged and involved in the mission of MAHA. And I am blessing and I am calling forth the highest of moral fiber and integrity from this administration. And I am blessing and just giving thanks that Donald Trump supports RFK Jr. so he can go forward with this mission, because this is a mission that is bigger than any politics. This isn't even political. This is a humanitarian issue. And I'm also speaking the word for any corner of the world where there is war. I'm calling forth the cessation of any and all violence. I'm calling forth the awareness within these political leaders to move beyond their opinion, to move into what is for the highest and the greatest good of the citizens. I'm calling forth food, clean air, clean water, clean seeds, clean soil, blessing the children, blessing the parents, blessing the citizens. There is a new order that is happening. There is a new world that is emerging, a world where people are fulfilled, where people are fed, where people are housed, where children are loved and educated and celebrated, where there is thriving, not surviving. This is what I am declaring. It's unfolding. And that as each and all of us come together and touch and agree that we exemplify what Yeshua said, master, teacher, the great spiritual sage avatar, Jesus the Christ, who became the enlightened one, who carried this message of hope and peace and truth. Oh my God, it just lit a fire under all these people, that even 2,000 years later, there are still the teachings. This great soul. And he declared, where two or more are gathered, in the name and the nature of that which is spoken must be made manifest. So as each and all of us come together this day, this moment, as you hear these words reverberating through your heart, your mind, your soul, you say yes, and it is made manifest. And remember, he also said, don't ye know ye are gods? He wasn't speaking blasphemy. He was inviting you to remember your true nature. And so in this moment, let us take a pause, move into our hearts, and just sit in gratitude and thanksgiving for all that is unfolding in this prayer time. And if there is anyone and anything that you are holding on your heart, including yourself, speak it out loud. Bring it into this prayer field. Know that it is done. And so it is with an open heart, an open, grateful heart, that we bring this prayer to a close, remembering this adage that there is nothing happening to you, but whatever is happening for you. To remember who and whose you are. So in the name of all that is holy, in the name of all that is good, in the name of God, in the name of love, in the name of peace, in the name of eternal truth, we hold this prayer and we declare that this prayer is complete. It is done. It is so. That these words go forth and are made manifest. And knowing that this is so, I simply allow it to be. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother, Father, God. It is done. It is so. Amen, amen. Ashe, aho. Shalom. Salam. So be it. Hallelujah. It is done. We allow that to be. Giving great thanks for this and more unfolding. So good. And I invite you to unmute yourself. Come on in. And we can
blessings to everyone.
Blessings to you
Blessings
all.
all.
I'm so
Thank you for
grateful.
your participation. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your participation. So grateful, so thankful.
Amen.
Last
Thank you.
week,
Blessings.
I will make sure you get the email.
Thank you.
Blessings.
I think someone asked me the email. Send it to, I'll put it in the chat if you're still here. Thank
Yes.
you, Wendy. You're
Blessings.
so welcome.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
thank you, Reverend Wendy, for everything.
Thank you.
My joy, my blessing.
So much love to you all.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful souls.
You too, Kata.
All
Tell Bobby
All
we're
right,
surrounding
then.
him with light.
right. Richest blessings,
Thank you,
beautiful
Wendy.
souls.
Indeed.
See you next
Thank
week.
you, Wendy.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Reverend Wendy.
Thank you. So
Thank you all.
great.
Thank you.
God bless you,
Bless you
everyone.
all.
Thank
God
you.
bless you
God
all
bless
in your
you.
wonderful country.
Nighty night, Nigel.
Good
Yes.
night.
Night, Nigel.
It's
Namaste.
1:40 a.m. I'm
Namaste,
going to bed.
namaste.
Good
Mahalo.
night, Nigel.
Mahalo. All right.
Satnam.
So much love. Satnam.
Om Namah
We
Shivaya.
honor all of the
Thank you,
sages.
thank you, thank you from Carl
Welcome.
and Patty. Thank you. Love you all.
So
Mwah,
grateful
mwah,
for all of you.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Ah,
Mr. Kennedy.
yay.
Yes, thank you, Bobby. Bless you, bless you.
Yes,
Bless
yes,
you.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Bless you, bless him, bless us all.
Ah, bless our country.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
God
Thanks,
bless.
Wendy. Good night.
God bless you.